Hello everyone. I participated in the Invitational. Sadly, I didn't make it through. I got dropped in the group stage. I was third in it. I needed one more win to make it to stage 2 and then day 2. But yeah, I performed well in two of my matchups. The last matchup, I honestly feel like I've played really bad and I'm disappointed with my performance. But this is a chance to uh, learn from our mistakes and maybe fix my tilt issue. I'm also trying to remind myself that I went through a qualifier with a lot of good players and I made top 6, which qualified me for this invitational just to stay on the positive side of things. Anyways, my decks I played are Luxasol, Twisted Fate, and Swain. And the third one is War Mothers. So pretty much the same lineup I played in the qualifiers, but I tweaked with Luxasol and I tweaked with War Mothers just for the Invitational because I expected less aggressive decks, and I made Luxasol a little bit better in early game because I was struggling against Shen and Fiora. In this video we'll feature the games between me and Bruised by Gods. This is the first time I play against Bruised by Gods in an official tournament. I've played him before on ladder, but this is the first time both of us are extremely serious to win the game. So we'll go through my plays, we'll see if I made any mistakes, and we'll learn from them. So without further ado, here we go. I'm playing Lux Asol and BBG is playing Shen Fiora. I technically was planning to ban Shen Fiora, but while screaming at playing on ladder, I could not beat Asol Trundle with my decks. I literally just could not beat it, and I was not risking it against BBG. I thought, hey, I have a lot of experience against Shen Fiora. I know how the matchup goes. I'll just try my luck. I'm not gonna go with a deck I know probably 100% I'm gonna lose. So here I just passed. I'd rather use my 2-drop in a more defensive way than offensive. The goal here is to prolong the game. Now this guy, the warrior, is really good. BBG does not expect that I could drop a 5-5. He does not see that in my deck, so we can use this as a trump card to I don't remember the word, I'll just ignore what I said. So here I just attacked, but my attack here is kinda bad because when I attacked here, I told BBG, oh, I have Cascade, be careful, you know? I probably should not have attacked there. But regardless, he did attack here. I think he knew I had Cascade, and he knew I might have a Silence, and he's kind of fine with that because at the end of the day, it's a good trade for him. But I went with it anyways because I knew 100% I'll kill the Fiora, and Fiora needs to die in this matchup. I have a couple of cards that can kill Fiora. I have single combat, I have concentrated strike. The issue is, he runs single combats and concentrated strikes as well, so he can use them defensively, and he also has shields and he also has denies. So I can't let the Fiora win him the game. I have to take her out. That's at least what I was thinking in the tournament, and I think it's the right play. But I think if I didn't kill her here, it would have been super hard for me to kill her after that. Yeah, I'm sort of happy with this. I'm not sure about the block on the 3-2. I might have been able to let the 3 damage go, but I thought maybe he has second Fiora. I don't want to give him a free kill, so I'll just use her here. Here I went for the pass. That's the right play. 100%. I'm waiting for him to drop the Shen. He didn't drop the Shen, he dropped the Screeching Dragon, which is still a win for us. He does not expect the warrior here. I think, this play is what changed the course of the game to my favor a little bit, because his early game is definitely more pressuring on me than my early game. So I'm really happy with this play. I think I did really well with this play. Also, Screeching Dragon is a hard unit to kill, so for me to be able to take it out on the second he dropped it, it's pretty neat. Okay, second Fiora. I'm not happy to see a second Fiora. Okay, I dropped Lux here. I didn't play Sunshine or whatever it's called. I think Sunshine. I can't hover over it because it's a recording. Because he might have Deny. He had enough mana for Deny. Okay, I think if I just passed it before playing Lux, it would have been better. But at least we have Lux now on the board, so that's pretty neat. But we don't have anything to activate Lux's ability. So I played this guy. Here I just need something on board pretty much. But I don't have much to play. I think I attack with a 3-6 here. Yeah, what I did here is I thought if he wants to kill this, he's gonna need the Fiora or the 3-2 or the 5-1. He's not gonna kill this with the 2-2, and he can use the repost. And by that, I force him to tap below 7 mana, below 4 mana, so I can use my Sunshine thingy. I'm calling it Sunshine. I cannot remember its name. So we just passed here. We didn't do anything. We're fine with using our health as a resource until we hit late game. Because when ASOL drops on the board, it's really annoying for BBG. Okay, here is where I made the questionable play. So I'm like, do I take the 7 damage? Do I block the 2-2 so he doesn't draw more cards? The thing is, if I block the 2-2, he's gonna use a barrier, that's 100%. But when he uses barrier, this 7-2 is gonna become a 9-2, a 9-1. I mean, 7-1 to a 9-1. So that's a lot of damage. And if he uses the barrier on the 7-1, he pretty much wins the game. I don't have a counter to that. So I went with the safe route rather than the good route, I guess. Here I have a 4 mana Remembrance. I'm obviously gonna play that. I don't have an activator for Lux anymore because I lost the Lux. So I'm happy with the 4 mana Remembrance, and we can drop Radiant after that. Now that was the initial plan, because he had 7 mana. I did not think he would tap below 4 mana at all this game. But here is where BBG made the mistake. He used Deny, and with him using Deny, he only has 3 mana now. Fiora, he has nothing to defend the Fiora. So pretty much this is where he threw the game. I took out the Fiora. He can't have 2 more kills anymore. Well, he didn't throw the game, but still, like, it's a mistake. He could have actually won the game off of Fiora. So with Fiora dead, I'm more comfy now. His board is a little bit bigger than mine, and Bright Steel is coming soon. We don't have anything to stop that. Yeah, there's the Bright Steel. We don't have anything in hand. Next turn we can drop the Aurelion Soul. So I play the Radiant with no health, sadly, just to add a blocker. We need the blocker, and we'll sacrifice our 3-2 to the 9-9. Of course, not the 5-5 because she can stay alive. And we block like this. So we still have a blocker, and we drop AoT here. AoT also gives us a Celestial, so that's pretty neat. And for him to kill the AoT, he needs 2 cards. He needs a single combat, and he needs a concentrated strike. So we're pretty much forcing him to use a lot of cards here. The issue is, concentrated strike, if he uses it, he's still drawing cards. He's still drawing spells, and we can't do much about that, sadly. See, this tells me he doesn't have single combat, and I'm happy with that. He did use a 5 mana spell, but now he used 5 mana spell to just trigger my shield, and I'm happy with that. But this tells me he has another concentrated strike, and sadly I have no counter to it. Right now I'm bluffing a single combat. I'm keeping 3 mana. Well, I don't have anything to play, but I have 3 mana. I'm bluffing the single combat. I'm like, yo, if you wanna play concentrated strike on me, I have single combat to counter it. So he just passed. He could have just went with it and took the risk. At the end of the day, it's still a win for him, but I guess he decided not to take the risk. So now we have this guy. This guy is our win condition now. He does not have elusives in his deck. Does not run elusives. He does not have a way to kill it unless he commits 2 spells on it. If he does commit 2 spells on it, Aurelion Sol is safe. He will not die this game. But BBG decided, I wanna kill the Aurelion Sol. I don't wanna deal with that, which is fine, because if Aurelion Sol levels up, the game is pretty much over. So this play is understandable.
What form will the waters take?
Aurelion Sol died. We have 1 blocker left. We can attack here. I could have used Cascade, but it's not lethal, so it doesn't really matter. If I had a second Cascade in hand, I would have won this. But I only run 2, I believe, so I used 1. I only have 1, so I don't really have any more Cascades. I don't remember if I run 3 or 2. I need to check my deck again. You guys can probably check it. I'll put it in the description. Also, I ran this deck in the previous tournament, but now I made some tweaks on it. I changed in the early game. I made it easier for me to survive early game. So here's open attacking. The issue is I'm scared of repost. He can end the game with a repost. Well, more than 1 repost, but I do have healing in my deck, so I have 7 health. So I have 7 health. So technically I'm at 19 health if my math is correct. Alright, so here is trying to heal up. I can't deny this in any way. So we're gonna have to let it through. This means we can't end the game next turn unless... No, there is no unless. I can't end the game. Unless I get actually an elusive out of my Aurelion Sol, but we did not. We did get an Obliterate, which is a really good card, but deny this thing. He still has 2 denies in his deck, so it's gonna be almost impossible to play this. I mean, I would try it if my Aurelion Sol was leveled, but if he's not leveled, I'm not gonna use 9 mana to potentially get denied with a 4 mana card, and then I have nothing to do. I'll just lose the next turn immediately.
Oh, don't get a move on.
Okay, so he's still focusing Aurelion Sol over the elusive. He's giving him more priority. So this tells me he has another concentrated strike in hand. His 3rd one. We just pass, we don't have anything to play. It's kinda sad I don't have single combat in this game. I don't think I drew it at all. If I had it, I probably could have countered his concentrated strike. Could I? Maybe. He wants to use it here, but he's scared of single combat again, and he doesn't have a way to protect himself from single combat. So I think he passed and was like, yo, Aurelion Soul is not gonna level up. He'll get one Celestial card, but at least I can kill Aurelion Soul 100% without losing any units. I think that's what was going through his mind. And it's a good way. He's playing safe and he's playing smart. I think he played this perfectly. Not the best card, but at least it's a card draw. Or actually, it was a good card because it added a blocker for me. So I'll be fair. It was nice. It added a cheap blocker for me, which I technically needed. So here I'm considering just open attacking or playing a unit. I thought probably playing a unit is better. We got an Obliterate, which is pretty neat. We can kill his 9/9 with it. So here I'm gonna play this, of course, an extra blocker. Because his deck, oh, Hush was really good. Hush is pretty much, the game is over, pretty much. Well, not technically, but it did help us next round. It pretty much helped us a lot. Because that Aurelion Soul was not gonna, BBG was not gonna let Aurelion Soul level up. Whatever happened, Aurelion Soul was not gonna level up. And I can't defend him. I used the healing cascade. Healing because I wanted to draw. I didn't have much to play. I got this, so I went for the risk. But that was dumb from me. I knew he had deny. But I'm pretty much happy with it because I forced him to play the deny. So that means he only has one more deny in his deck, and obliterate is a thing. If we obliterate his bright steel, it's pretty much over. He only runs one, if I remember correctly. So once that's dead, it's pretty much a game over. Okay, here I have a couple of plays. So I could play Obliterate, but what if he has this third deny in his hand and I blew 9 mana just right out the bat? I just lose the game immediately. So I go with the safe route. I know he can't kill my 9/4 unless he plays what's it called? No, what's it called? Repost. But to counter that, we have a deny. So we have a Hush. So I decide to block. I'm bluffing that I don't have a Hush. I'm like, yo, do what you want. I'm still alive. I don't have a Hush. What are you gonna do? So that's my play here. But I could have hushed the 4/5. But with me doing this, I forced him to play a card. See, he played the healing. So now I'm like, oh, I have a Hush, by the way. So I take down the Hush. Now I could have hushed again, but I was scared of a repost, so I saved the mana. But I still had enough mana to play 2 more Hushes, so this was a misplay. I should have used the second Hush on the Screeching Dragon and took it out when I could have. And I passed here. Why did I pass? I was scared of single combat, but I should not have just passed here. I think I should have probably dropped the unit. I don't know, actually single combat doesn't do much. I should not have passed here. I should have played what's her name? Radiant Guardian. I should have dropped a Radiant Guardian here or went for the Obliterate. This is a misplay here. Here I misplayed. So he played the single combat here. What am I playing around though? Like, nothing keeps my guy alive if he wants to. So the only thing I'm playing around, I guess, here is I think he still has one more single combat. So if he uses single combat from his 4-5 on my elusive, I could possibly heal it. I think that's what I was thinking back then, and probably yeah. But yeah, I think like there is a merit to what I did. I don't think it's the perfect play, but I see it. Like I see what I was thinking back then. I was playing against a second single combat, but if he was smart and he used it on his Bright Steel, there was no counter to that. But at the same time, I would have killed his Bright Steel, and that would have been game over. So I think I should have played my units, and even if I lost my elusive. So I think it was an okay play, I guess, to keep the 7 mana and not use it. But yeah, let's hop into the second game. Also, I think I should have used Cascade earlier just to draw a card. I think that was a mistake, me saving Cascade all this time. I could have drawn a card, maybe it would have been more useful. Maybe it would have been the Concentrated Strike after that. But yeah. Second game, we're playing War Mothers against Shen Fiora. Now we're obviously unfavored in this matchup. We have our Catalyst, so that's good. But the thing is, we do not have Avalanche, so that's bad. Okay, so here I had two choices. Either I play my Catalyst or I just pass. Now, if BBG wanted to, he could have passed back the second I pass. But I'm seeing 8 damage on board, and any player wouldn't want to waste 8 damage just like that. I could have like not have Catalyst, maybe my hand is bricked. So BBG thought, oh, I'll attack him, I'll deal 8 damage, he'll probably Catalyst, but there's a chance he doesn't even have it. So it's fine for him, it's still a win for him, and it's a win for me at the same time. So there's no winner in this, like both of us are winners here. So I'm glad he attacked at the same time, but I'm also not glad because I took a lot of damage. But we used Catalyst at its peak here, like it did its job. Now we drop. I'm kinda sad I didn't have my Trundle. Trundle would have been much better here. So he played this guy. He doesn't have enough mana for repost, so we can attack. I'm pretty sure he will not block this. Because right now he's just trying to be as aggressive as he can. And he will probably just open attack. Yeah. There's the repost. We can't do anything here. I could Atrocity. Or I could single combat probably. But he has 4 mana deny, so it's just not worth. I'd rather not. I'd rather just play a unit here.
A gift from the river folk.
And we play the Unspeakable Horror here, and we kill his tracker. I think it's called tracker, I can't remember. I couldn't read the name as quickly. Um, we didn't get a good card. We kind of bricked here. Like we have nothing. We have to Randamiers. We have a War Mother. It's pretty much useless. So this is, I'm not happy playing this like this, but I need a blocker. I had nothing to do here, so I didn't even attack with a 5-5 because of the 5-2, and he had enough mana for a repost. So this isn't going my way at all. This isn't going my way at all. I'm getting stumped right now. I'm playing right, considering my hand, but yeah, it's nothing for us to do here. I just pass,
It must be done.
and he's probably gonna just open attack because I could avalanche, but he doesn't know that I don't even have it, so he could actually go wide, and I don't really have any counter. So, yeah, this is where I lose. I knew I lost, so it didn't really matter anymore. Even if I didn't lose this round, the next round I'm gonna lose it 100%. I'd be using my mana to play. I couldn't even play War Mothers next turn. I'd probably just drop Trendamir, and that's kinda useless. Well, it's not. Is it useless? If I open attack with Trendamir and then use my atrocity, but it's just not. It's not enough. So here I just noticed I have nothing to do. I just can Vengeance. I'll Vengeance the 7-2 because it has a lot of damage, and at the same time I'll keep my 5-3 alive, so I'll keep a blocker. So here I'm just hoping, please don't have deny, please don't have a repost, please don't have half the cards you have in your deck. But obviously there's no winning this. It was just a complete stomp. I didn't have my avalanche, and that's pretty much it. Also, we didn't get the Val Feast. Val Feast would have been nice. We get an extra blocker. But yeah, this was a stomp. Let's hop to the last game, which is War Mothers versus Twisted Fate and Swain. Now the thing with Twisted Fate and Swain is we can't let Leviathan on board. We can't leave him on board. We use our Vengeance to take him out. We use our Ruination if we have to. But Leviathan with Swain on board, I'm in real trouble. My hand right now is awesome. I think it's awesome. I have the perfect. I have the stones, I have the catalyst, and I have the War Mother. I don't want any of my big units. Let them stay in the deck. I don't want them. And we got our third stone. What this means is whatever War Mother draws is gonna be a big unit. I'm not gonna draw a stone anymore. So here we're gonna drop the stone here. So that's alright. We have a Valfis, so that adds a blocker. So he played this guy. I'm super happy. This means I can play my Valfist on this. We don't play it on the keg, because if you do that, he could play a spell and he would kill it, and I wouldn't get my blocker. And we attack with the spider and we take it out. So this is an obvious win for us. I'm happy with this. I don't really need an avalanche, but we did draw an avalanche if we need to. I will block here. It's more ideally to block something bigger, but in his deck there's nothing bigger except for Jack the Butcher. I can't block the Swain, and I could block the what's it called? I know what's it called, the Rex, but by that time I probably will have my big units by that time, so I don't really need them. So that was a good block. Also, you could play Make It Rain at any point and I just lose my blocker, so I'm happy with that block. So just pass here. Now is the crucial part. I have 7 mana. I have 2 Thought Stones. I don't have any units to play, but I could play another stone, which means I definitely am going for the War Mothers next turn. Now what BBG has to do is he has to take out the stones. He has to find a way. Like, this dude has 3 stones. If I don't take him out, kinda screwed. So I have 7 mana left. I don't want to waste the 7 mana. I could play Avalanche, but this puts me at a risk of him using a Flock. Since he has a Swain on board, there's a high chance he has Flocks. So pretty much he has 5 Flocks in his deck right now. So I'd rather not use the Avalanche, and I play the Catalyst here. Catalyst heals me, I don't waste my mana, and if he doesn't find a way to kill one of the totems, he's kinda screwed here. And I don't think he didn't. I know what happened. He didn't find a way to kill it, and we dropped War Mothers next turn. And dropping War Mothers on turn 6, that rarely happens. Like, rarely happens. Yeah, he played card draw. He'll level up his Swain. I'm kind of fine with that. I'm fine with that trade. You can level up your Swain. I'll get my War Mothers. Your stuns mean nothing to me. Like, I'll be having a lot of more units than you. So here I'm fine with blocking with my totems. They did their job. They might even die even if I don't block them, because I'm going to be forced to use Avalanche eventually, and he might be using Make It Rain, or his Swain will level up, so he'll deal 1 damage. So the totems will not survive for too long. They'll survive for next turn maybe, and then just die. And they would have like done their job. I don't even want them to stay long. So we drop the War Mother at turn 6. This is pretty huge here. My opponent is in a lot of trouble. His Swain will level up, but that's fine by me. I will take him out next turn. If he has a second Swain, that's kinda sad, but I'm kinda happy with dealing with another Swain, with the War Mothers. I'm not sure what. I think he has floating cards, so he just wants to use them here. Yeah, this card was probably floating because of the Swain for TF ability, Twisted Fate, and he just wanted to use it. He didn't want it to go to waste. So we saw a flock go away and Make It Rain, and we got our Trundle, which is awesome. So, like I said, all my deck right now is just big buffy cards, so we're happy with that. Our totems are all on board, so we're not gonna draw any totems. Okay, so what we need to be careful of is Swain can use his stun. So when we wanna attack and we wanna kill the Swain, we wanna kill the Swain with the weaker unit, weaker power level unit. So we just pass here, we don't have anything to do.
Eyes open.
I did make a misplay here. Did I make a misplay? I was thinking maybe I should have avalanched first, but now I remembered that he does have his guillotine. So no, just open attacking was the right play. Yeah, if I avalanched, he would have killed my unit with his guillotine. So no, this is the right play here. So we put it on the Trundle because Trundle is a 7/7. My Tryndamere is 9/9. So if something gets stunned, it's gonna be the Tryndamere, and I'm happy with the Tryndamere getting stunned. I'm fine with that. I'm still at 12 HP. I'm gonna be clearing the board here. If he drops a Leviathan next turn, I take it out with a Vengeance. So I'm pretty comfortable right now. And the Tryndamere goes through, which is really huge. I did not expect the Tryndamere going through. I'm fine with the Trundle dying here. He did his job. Good job, Trundle. You did well.
Who says I don't?
And now he has only 2 mana, so he could play 2 Flocks, but I don't think he has it. So we play Avalanche, And now we want to clear the board so we can breathe a little bit, and my War Mother can keep generating more units for us.
Excuse me.
So she'll put up one extra unit next turn and one extra unit the turn after on my attack. Another turn Damir. Like, my deck is just stacked right now. And we got a second War Mother. So here I'm thinking I either play War Mothers or I either play Vengeance if he plays Leviathan. So pretty much I have two choices. But he played Twisted
Who
Fate.
was I?
Like, is his hand that bricked? I think he knew if he dropped the Leviathan he just get Vengeance, so it's not really the smartest. But this was 100% War Mothers, like, just end the game here. And BBG can't come back from this. Like, it's pretty much over here. He played the second Goliton, so his Goliton will not trigger again unless he has something to a spell. So he could use a flock here, but he did not have the flock. So this means he can't kill the other units. He tapped out of mana. I have a big Trindamir and I have a Hearthguard, and I'm gonna get two more units. Another Hearthguard and an 11/11 Trindamir. So, and I got another War Mothers. So that was it here, and we won. I was happy. I wanna get BBG because I'm gonna be honest, he's much more talented player than me. I think luck in this, at least in the last game, was really in my favor. But yeah, this was pretty much the first game of the tournament. After that, I played well in the second game, but messed up a little bit. The third game was complete stomp. I am not happy with my performance at all. I'm really sad, but it is what it is. We take those, we learn from our experiences, and hopefully next week I come back much better. And yeah, I'm happy I also gained more people to scrim with. So overall, I'm really happy with this tournament that I competed with, and I made it to the Invitational. This in its own, just making it to the Invitational is an achievement for me. Going through 300 players and playing against the best just to make it to the Invitational, that's good enough for me. So hopefully, next tournament I perform better. I have more understanding of the decks because I feel like I kinda wasn't too ready with the Lux ASOL. But yeah, I'll see you in the next video. Take care and goodbye.